The Bronx Chamber of Commerce has always been the voice for small business owners, and the American Red Cross is here when disaster strikes. But these two organizations are coming together for a blood drive at Mercy College, taking place on Tuesday, November 1st. The manager of business development and community outreach with the American Red Cross, Frank Cassano, and the president of the Bronx Chamber of Commerce are here to tell us more about this event. Welcome to the set.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Can you tell me, what does blood donations mean to the community of the Bronx and New York City at large?
Well, the demand for blood in the New York metropolitan area is huge, and it always exceeds the supply. So we're always running a day late and a dollar short. So what the American Red Cross is trying to do is provide additional blood drives to the great blood drives that are already taking place all around the New York metropolitan area. We're trying to create more opportunities for more Americans to give blood. You can't give blood unless a blood drive is there for you to give blood at. So we're partnering with anybody and everybody that wants to help us to create these opportunities for Americans to donate blood. My good friend Lenny and I go way back. We had a conversation and he stepped right up and he said, yeah, let's do it. Let's let the Chamber do its part for the citizens of the New York area.
So this event is being held at Mercy College.
At Mercy College.
From what time to what time can people stop by to donate blood?
From 1 p.m. until 7 p.m. We timed it that later in the day to give the business community an opportunity to go to business, run their businesses that day, and then maybe scoot over to the college. You know, we'll be there up until 7 o'clock and donate a pint of blood. The entire process would take no more than 40 or 45 minutes from the time you walk in the door until the time I give you juice and cookies.
Okay, so if, say for example, I wanted to donate blood on that day, what should I do in preparation for donating blood?
Well, first, we would appreciate it if you called the Chamber and spoke to Michelle Cristofaro. Lenny will give you that number.
Yeah.
Michelle is taking reservations because we like to know who's coming and when's coming, because if you do have a reservation, you go through the process much more quickly, although walk-ins are welcome. And on that particular day, eat a good breakfast, you know, do your normal routine, hydrate yourself, don't starve yourself and come in, because that's when you might experience a little problem after you donate blood. Eat a good lunch before you come, and then we'll take care of you the rest of the way.
So it's 1 pint of blood per person, or how much blood is taken?
1 pint of blood, unless an individual chooses to give double reds. Double reds is where we take 2 pints of blood, we extract the red blood cells, and then reinfuse everything back into you again. You then get the credit of helping 6 people. When you donate a pint of blood, you help 3 of your neighbors who need blood or blood products. If you give double reds that day, you help 6 people who might need blood or blood products.
That's very important. Lenny, can you tell me why the Chamber of Commerce decided to team up with the American Red Cross on this initiative?
I think just visiting Irene's recent storm of a lot of people that were devastated from that, we need to be supportive to the people of the Bronx, and that's what I represent. And the Red Cross has been there for many, many other causes. And you see them when there are fires there. You see them when there are many disasters. This is a way to give back to the Red Cross so they can continue to do the work that they do in our community. So being a partner of this was like, took 2 seconds to say yes to it, and reaching out to our business community to come and be supported of this, I think is a good cause. We need to support our community and our people here in the Bronx.
Frank mentioned that if someone's interested in pre-registering or having sort of that express ticket to donate blood, they should call your office. Can you give us that number?
Sure, 718-828-3900.
And they just need to give their name and what time they're coming.
Correct. That'll give them a little expedition so that they can go right through.
So I know the Bronx Chamber of Commerce engages in a lot of events, community events, business events. What's next for the Bronx Chamber of Commerce?
Well, we've been very fortunate. On this Monday, the 24th, we'll host the first of its kind Federal Reserve Bank president coming in from Washington to speak to our business community. That hasn't been done for over 30 or 40 years. So we're very proud to bring that to the Bronx so business people can hear what the feds are actually doing with the money that they're working with. So that's a positive aspect. That week is also Domestic Violence Week, where we host a major event with Christine Quinn, the Justice Center, the Mayor's Office, and our complex and our corporate headquarters is all purple as of today to awareness of the domestic violence. We're the only building right now that's lit up purple, so keep people aware of what's happening in the domestic violence. It's so important that we don't forget that. You know, a lot of people, every year you look at it in October, we need to constantly remind people because the numbers are going up. They're not coming down. And if we can help companies be aware of when an employee comes in and they're a little distraught because it could be some domestic violence at home, there are people that can help them. So one of the domestic violence programs we took on because we felt that corporate America could be a part of helping that come down.
I think it's very important. We had Assemblywoman Naomi Rivera earlier here today discussing domestic violence, and it's important the help that the Bronx Chamber of Commerce is doing for domestic violence. If people go to your website, can they find out more information? Are there businesses or resources for Bronxites through the Chamber for information on
Absolutely.
your events?
I mean, there are a couple of things. Actually, on the 28th, it's F&J Pine Restaurant. There'll be a forum there of major companies that can help you learn how you can detect domestic violence, which is what we want to be able to do. This is all free to small businesses and any business. We can come in with a team from Safe Verizon that'll come in and educate you of what to look for. And to us, just bringing that out to the public, it helps tremendously to bring this disastrous violence down.
So we discussed the American Red Cross, the Federal Reserve coming to the Bronx, and domestic violence. Are there any more events that are going on?
Yeah, it's something I'm glad you brought up. We don't forget our veterans, and our veteran salute will be done on November 3rd. And we bring back our soldiers. We do a salute to wounded warriors, some of our Bronx soldiers, and we do this every year to thank them for fighting for our country and supporting them, to let them know that the Bronx businesses, the Bronx Chamber doesn't forget that you go there and you represent us and you fight for us. So, you know, we do a number of things as well as workshops to give back to people. We're doing a nice network event at the Empire City racetrack. And what we've done is we joined forces with the New Rochelle Chamber, Mount Vernon Chamber, Yonkers Chamber, and the Bronx Chamber. And the purpose of that is so that they can shake hands and do business across borders. We have to expand our horizon so people can grow their business. And that's what we try to bring to the table.
That's very interesting, the four chambers working together. How's that working out?
Great. Actually, they're very excited about it. We've done this in the past, and we had about 300 people at the last one. I think it's going to exceed that. The venue, the racetrack, we don't have one in the Bronx. They're a member of the chamber. They're going to host, and actually each race is named after each chamber. First one is the Bronx, then Mount Vernon and Yonkers, and then New Rochelle. So that's a nice tribute to let them know that chambers are important to everywhere we are. No matter where you are, a chamber keeps the viability of small business.
So if people at home want to find out about the American Red Cross Donate Blood Initiative or one of the other initiatives that were discussed, where can they log on to?
BronxChamber.org.
And they can find all this information there.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Lenny.
Thank you for having us.